Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me for another day of Life Insurance Awareness Month. It's me, Michelle Robinson, and I'm just here to helping everyone live prosperously. Listen, in the month of September, we are celebrating Life Insurance Awareness Month, and I have promised that I am going to come here every day at 11 o'clock a.m. and share with you some very invaluable information about life insurance. Because what I am finding out is that a lot of people don't know what life insurance is and they don't know what it does. And so we're going to get into that this month. So today and for the rest of this week, from yesterday through Saturday, we are going to talk about 7 life insurance myths. And I want to preface this discussion by saying that I understand that these are not the only myths about life insurance. This is not an exhaustive list, but these are the 7 myths that I am going to be talking about and discussing on this week. So let's get into it. So yesterday, I went over the first myth, which was I don't need life insurance. I have some through my job. If you did not catch yesterday's broadcast, you can go to my YouTube channel, Just Here to Help, and you can find that video there where I talk about myth number 1. Today, we are going to talk about myth number 2, which is another biggie. I hear it all the time. Life insurance is too expensive. Hear that all the time, that life insurance is too expensive. I have a counter to that. And my counter is it's actually expensive not to have life insurance. And it ends up being expensive for your loved ones, the ones who have to deal with your final arrangements when you die. And I'm going to keep on reiterating that because that is a fact. It's going to happen unless Jesus comes back before we die. All of us are going to die. There are 2 things in this world that are just they're going to happen. It's their reality, and that's death and taxes. And we all have an expiration date. Okay, reality. So it's expensive not to have life insurance because someone is going to be left with the responsibility of having to pay. We cannot be buried for free. We cannot be cremated for free. There's no free option as it relates to death, okay? And how your remains are disposed of at death. Not free. So it's expensive not to have life insurance because someone is going to have to pay for that. Another reason why it's expensive not to have life insurance because the reality is there's so many living benefits to having life insurance. I'm telling you, we are throwing away all kinds of money, all kinds of benefits by not having life insurance. We are throwing away the ability to protect our money in a vehicle that is sheltered from taxes. We are throwing away an opportunity to create income that we can't outlive. And we are throwing away the opportunity to leave large sums of money to our beneficiaries tax free, the kind of money that can change the trajectory of a generation, the kind of money that can shift from poverty to wealth. Those are things that make not having life insurance expensive. But let's get into this notion that life insurance is too expensive. First of all, you can get a basic life insurance policy relatively inexpensive. If you do the right thing, which is to get life insurance while you are young, because premiums are cheaper, they're less expensive the younger you are and the better your health is. You will get a lower premium. I know someone in fact, I have a client like this who has, I want to say like a couple 100,000. I think she has 250,000. She may have 500,000. Let me take that back. She has $500,000 worth of life insurance, and she's only paying like $300 a quarter, which breaks down to, my math is at probably $100 a month, a little over $100 a month. She's paying for a $500,000 policy. And this is a $500,000 policy that has been structured for her to have retirement benefits. This is a $500,000 life insurance policy that has been structured for her to have living benefits, where if she becomes critically ill, chronically ill, terminally ill, she has access to her death benefit while she is alive. $100, $100 and something dollars a month, a $500,000 plus will her beneficiaries inherit when she dies. How is that possible? How did she get such a large sum for such a low price? She got it when she was like 23 years old. So the younger that you get a life insurance policy, the healthier that you are, the lower the premiums are going to be. Now, here's the facts. You're not going to get a policy that has all the bells and whistles, that has all of the living benefits, that's going to provide you with lifetime income, that you can leverage for retirement, that you can use for infinite banking, you're not going to get that for a couple of bucks. Those types of policies have to be funded properly in order for them to provide things like lifetime income. I mean, let's just get real about it. Where can you shove $100 somewhere a month and have lifetime income provided to you, or substantial lifetime income provided to you? So we understand that there are some policies that are going to be more expensive, but you can get a basic policy to ensure that your final arrangements are covered for very inexpensive. If you do it while you're young, you could get, because I would say basic, get at least a minimum $25,000 to $50,000 minimum. That is not a huge policy, because that will ensure that whoever is responsible for your final arrangements can do whatever it is that they need to do, and they're not having to fight nobody. They're not having to pitch pennies. They can do what they need to do and feel good about what they need to do for you. Okay, you can get, my daughter, because I practice what I preach. We practice what we preach. We have life insurance policies on our children. My 15-year-old daughter has, one of the policies is $50,000, and we pay like $36 a month. $36 a month. It's set up for us not to pay for it forever. It has cash value, so we can borrow against it. And it is a permanent policy, meaning she is guaranteed, like that is her policy forever. God forbid if she ever gets some type of sickness or illness, she has that life insurance policy permanently. It's hers. $36 a month. So that's another thing. Parents, get your kids insured while they are young. The policies are inexpensive then, and you are making an investment. No, life insurance is not an investment like a stock, but you are making, I'm talking about the verb, you are making an investment in your children by getting life insurance policies on them while they are young, and then signing them over to them when they get old enough and when they're responsible. That's creating legacy. Now, for you all, for adults, again, the younger you get them, the better your health is, the more bang you're going to get for your buck. That is a reality. In the field of life insurance, your health is like credit. So the better your health is, the better policy, the better premiums you can get. Again, there's also policies that are just very specific to final expense planning. Those are less expensive. Again, they're not going to have all the bells and whistles and all those different things, but you have a policy. Term life insurance. Term life insurance is relatively inexpensive. Now, there is the reality that it's temporary. And so when the term is up, then you have to get the policy renewed and you have to be underwritten again. And they look at your health again and your premiums increase. That is a reality. But it's a inexpensive option that you have to ensure that you have life insurance. So I'm closing with this. Let's not make the excuse that life insurance is expensive. It's too expensive. It's not too expensive to get life insurance. It's too expensive not to get life insurance. I will see you all again tomorrow at 11 o'clock as we continue our celebration of Life Insurance Awareness Month. You all have a fabulous afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow.